Hey traders, Andy Demi here from the London Trading Institute. Hope you guys are well. So today I wanted to have a look at Bitcoin, but from a different point of view. I wanted to check out the futures contract, which is where the big institutions basically trade. Okay, so you can access that from your trading view if you go to the future. And it's very interesting because there's a couple of things that this gives us. One, it gives us the gaps in the market. So, as you know, I presume you know, cryptocurrencies are a 24/7 market. But when it comes to the futures, that's not the case. So, the weekends, no activity takes place. So, what happens is on Monday or Sunday night, there is sometimes a different opening price to the closing price, and that creates a gap. So I thought it might be interesting to see where the gaps are in the market. So that's one perspective. Now, I haven't found anything too interesting from that, although there is some good information that I'm going to give you. But the other side of it as well is that sometimes, the price is going to be slightly different. As you know, there's multiple exchanges on Bitcoin. So whatever, if you're studying Binance's exchange or Bittrex or KuCoin, the price is going to be a little bit different. So I thought, let me go and do some technical analysis on the actual futures contract. So that's what I want to share with you right now. So let me just do a quick screen share. And so here's what I've got. Now, it's quite interesting. I've put the 8-hour time frame, and then I started to do my channels. And what I found quite interesting, guys, is that you can see the market is really pretty much reacting on these channel lines here. So you can see here it had resistance, then it fell, okay, and it kind of went through all the way down and came to this channel line. And then it went a bit lower and went down to this channel line. And then it kind of held a support here and went back up to this channel line. And right now, I guess, when we were here, if we were looking at this, we might be thinking, well, okay, great. If Bitcoin can just break through this channel line here, then maybe it's going to go up to this channel line, okay? And, potentially take us to where everyone is expecting and waiting for, this kind of 100K area. Now, what's happened since is that hasn't happened. Okay, so as you can see, the market held here as resistance, and instead, we just zoom in. Here's what's happened. So the market has basically come to this channel line here and has gone through it. Now, as you can see right now, it's kind of, we've just had an 8-hour closing bar. It looks like it's closed quite bullishly there. But if you have a look at the volume isn't backing it up. So if you have a look here, the volume bar here on the red side, right there, is much bigger than the volume bar here on the green side, which basically show me that maybe people think that no one's really buying. Institutions aren't buying, and obviously we've got the weekend as well. So, as we said, there is a gap. We've got the weekend coming up, so potentially that's to do with this could be a little bit of profit taking. But I thought this was quite interesting. And so I guess that the point here is that if this market was to go lower, then we might be thinking, well, look, last time we kind of broke here, the market went down to this channel line, and then it broke it here, and then it kind of messed around for a little bit, and then went down to this channel. So it is a chance we could do the same thing and go down to this channel line. Now, I did mention gaps, guys, and again, gaps are interesting. So if you can have a look here, normally what happens with a gap is that the market basically likes to come back and fill a gap, right? So here you can see that the opening price was higher than this price. So this would have been like on a Sunday or Monday night than the closing price on Friday. And then the market's gone up. So the last open gap that I can see, open gap where we haven't come back, is all the way back down to here. Okay, 34,000. Now, do I think the market is going to go down there now and collapse? No, I don't. I don't think that's the case. But could it do at some point? I think that is definitely possible. If you kind of look at the kind of pullbacks we do get in Bitcoin, it wouldn't be inconceivable, right, that the market basically goes and, you know, even if it goes up from here or goes down and then potentially, you know, kind of goes up. I guess the point is that, is it inconceivable that Bitcoin could drop this much? No, we've seen worse. We've seen worse than that. So, you know, it's just something to kind of bear in mind, right? The market likes to fill its gaps. Now, I did actually identify something that was quite interesting and possibly relevant. And let me see if I can see it here. Right here. So, as I said, the point is that gaps are there to be filled. And once they're filled, I guess you can kind of say, you know, that's it. It's kind of ticked. So, although this is a gap here that has been filled, I did find it quite interesting. If you have a look here, just going to make them right there. So this is a gap, and then you can see the market went lower, and then look. So if we carry on playing it out, as soon as we get into that red zone there, that is what we call a gap fill, right? So the market reacted a little bit, and that means that gap is now, and you can see the market spent a bit of time there. And it's quite interesting, actually, spent quite a bit of time there. Now, that perhaps is an institutional interest point. Now, if I just keep playing this out, what I find quite interesting is that these kind of two red lines here fall quite nicely into this kind of zone here. Now, if I'm honest, you know, I've been looking at Bitcoin and thinking, you know, I think it's going to potentially, you know, drop a little bit more. I mean, if you see the hourly chart over here, this is the actual Bitcoin exchange here. Okay, I'll just make this a bit higher. I've been thinking, yeah, we'll probably drop potentially now, you know, potentially down to here, right? Which is one of my channel lines here. And you know, that kind of takes us to the Fibonacci level around that kind of 53.6, and then I'll probably buy it. But having looked at what I just looked at, I guess I'm now also open to the idea of, well, what if it goes a bit lower? Well, we've actually got a very interesting zone right here, right? Because this is the extended Fibonacci zone. And look at that. That is literally pretty much, if I just play this out like that, if this market did really drop, right? And guys, I'm not sort of doing this to kind of scare you, or, you know, it's just to prepare you. It could potentially go down to this kind of 50, 49, 40, even spike a bit lower, 48, 48 and a half, which actually matches this idea here. Okay, this kind of 49 to 46 zone, which takes us to this bottom of this channel. So I think it's very interesting. I think we're going to have to wait and see, obviously. But the aim of this video and the aim of all my videos is really just to help you make better informed decisions. And, you know, hopefully that gives you a bit of value. And it also maybe just helps you avoid jumping in thinking, oh my word, everything's going up, because you've seen Bitcoin rally a little bit. You've got to put it into perspective. For me, I think for me to be bullish, I think we need to kind of clear this zone here. I think this is a significant zone, and I would like Bitcoin to break above, whether it's going lower or whether it's just breaking above, taking out that high. So we have these lower lows, lower highs, taking out that high point. And then I'll be thinking, yeah, okay, we're good now. We're good. Let's start to buy this up. But until that happens, then I'm going to be kind of erring on the side of caution, thinking, we could potentially go and test these levels and this level before the uptrend resumes. All right, guys. I hope that helps. I wish you a great weekend. Good trading to you all, and I'll catch you again soon with another video. Take care.